I'm not stopping, I'm balling relentless.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Nighthawks, creative quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us in South America in the vibrant and colorful Brazilian beachside city of Rio de Janeiro. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dragons of Houston taking on the Nighthawks of Rio de Janeiro. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then. And they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting him outside, over the middle, everywhere. And for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's long. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays the game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-to-1 as opposed to the 2-to-1 that he had. But it is something to build on.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 10, touchdown. Big play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Nighthawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's long. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On play action, Lawrence. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey, he'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you look at this defense,
it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
79 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And they'll try to run the option here.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Davis now.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Lawrence will throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Nash. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
12 more yards there and another first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Dragons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line.
Missed.
This will not go down. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. But you look at this defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
They can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Thomas brings it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
23 yards to pick up there. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for. It's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Back to throw. Davis. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Operating from the gun, Davis. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And his guys have taken the lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's long. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 2nd down now. It's long. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On third down, Dorsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Davis. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Davis. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this will be taken at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. On 1st down, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Up the middle they go. Long. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Nash. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Dragons are an extra point away from evening this one up.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Lawrence to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
A nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lawrence going to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Drake. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On second down, Lawrence. It's complete to Drake. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. That is caught. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 8 yards out. And the Dragons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Davis now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Davis now throwing on 1st down. That one too wide and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Operating from the gun, Davis. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin in the Hall of Fame city of Canton, Ohio, where you see the final score there. The Thunderbirds take another big step towards playing January football as they improve their record to 8-4 with the W. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. The Cardinals seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. The Chiefs looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back
for quarter number 3. A touchdown the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll keep it on the ground. Dorsey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Davis on 1st and 10. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. In trouble, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Long. Down at the 35. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Fighting him off. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 110 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dragons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. On second down, Dorsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Boom. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Boom. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dorsey. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 2nd down now, Dorsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Boom. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. On 2nd down, it's long. 140 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
2nd and 6.
From midfield now, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's long. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nash. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Lawrence will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Up the middle they go. It's long. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
First down, Houston.
On play action, Lawrence. This is caught. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Looking to throw. Boom. Throw left side complete. That's Alexander. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
First out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Boom. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Holding offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Boom. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Again, he'll drop to throw. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Houston set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll run on 1st down. Long. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches.
They'll keep it on the ground. Long. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Up the middle they go. It's Long. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Now the Rio offense set to take over. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
The throw over the middle taken in. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and now that sets up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Boom. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Boone. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's long. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
4-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nash. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dragons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Black block, check pink, Smith red.
On second down now. It's long. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Here's 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week.
Meanwhile, for Rio,
this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.